as an incoming, I'm a person of interest in the Nairobi County. What is the first thing that you will do in Nairobi if you ever get that seat? What is the first thing?
Of course, I'll get that seat by the grace of God. Number one, in the first 100 days, for instance, is garbage collection. Because garbage has become a big menace in this country. If you walk around the streets, you find a lot of liters of garbage. And that is what has caused also the flooding. You find that when the passages are blocked, you know water, you cannot actually block water, but you can only redirect it. So
Redirect it, huh?
what happened is just that when they blocked the water passages, the water redirected to the other unnecessary areas in somebody's house, sweeping other people's vehicles and other businesses, etc. So when we deal with the garbage, we are able now to do the projects like WT, make use of the garbage. And yeah, that's the number one thing that we want to do. And of course, expand the drainages. The drainage that was done in Nairobi County was done for a population of 1 million people. Currently, we are almost 5 million people in Nairobi, and from the metropolitan areas. The satellite counties like Machakos, we have Kiambu, we have Kajiado. We have 2.5 million people coming into Nairobi every day. So the population currently, the gross population is 7.5 million people. The net population is almost 5 million people. So the drainage must be expanded. And one way of dealing with that is when we are talking about urban planning, when people are constructing the high-rise buildings, constructing apartments, commercial buildings, we must introduce a policy that person who is building that high-rise, the developer, must come up with a proposal of doing the drainage, of actually providing the social amenities. For instance, even to ensure that we have water, to ensure that the sewer line is sufficient to accommodate. For instance, yesterday I saw in Kileleshwa, a person has proposed to do 400 houses in a specific place in Rafta Road. So if you're talking about 400 houses and they are not providing the sewer, they are not providing water for those people, they are not providing health care, they are not providing schools, they are not providing any provision for social amenities, even the play area for the children, that means we are actually diminishing the resources in Nairobi County.
Dear Governor, how does that happen? How is that going to happen in a case scenario whereby Nairobi is already developed? It is more of a concrete jungle. Everywhere is a city of stones and things like that. Are you by this chance meaning that you're going to demolish some of the structures to give way for natural resources and natural habitats to grow, or how are you going to achieve that?
Number one, of course, Nairobi has been developed, and of course that is why we are talking about urban planning. And if you are introducing the tram system, which means we are introducing a light train system in Nairobi County in partnership with the Kenya Railway, it means that apart from using the public transport, the motor vehicles and the motorbikes, etc., we need to introduce a rail system, a tram system, that not all of us should be sitting in traffic jam. We can use a train to get to our homes and coming back to work. So that one will, number one, reduce the traffic jam. Number two, over-reliance on diesel and petroleum products. Number three is, of course, ensuring that even when we are talking about the tram, development of the tram, we will use the underways. So when you are drilling the underways, it means that some of the excess water can be channeled through the tunnels that are going through the tram system to the Nairobi River and other outlets of the water.
What is your second objective that you're going to do for the people of Nairobi?
Of course, developing the city is a progressive process because number one, we have 5 years to do it. So when we are talking about the first 100 days, number one, I said, is garbage collection. Number two is the rehabilitation and repatriation of the street families, which we have been doing for the past 7 years. I'm the chairman of the Love of Christ Foundation, which has been helping the street families, the chokoras, to move out of the city, and you know they have been increasing by the day. So that is an agenda that we have. We have so many, quite a number of rehabilitation centers in Nairobi County. We have one in Shauri Moyo. We have another one in Makadara. So we ensure that the children who are coming into Nairobi to look for greener pastures, and we tell them, no, you are too young to work, go back to school. So that is one of the main agendas that we want to accomplish, because if you look at the time frame of 100 days, that is achievable. Number three is the creative arts industry. We have realized that so many young people are unemployed. And when we go to Nairobi's CBD and any other estates, we find that the young people are lining up on some streets like Kenyatta Avenue, Muktadada, etc., taking photos. Why can't we empower these young people through the creative arts department, so that now we have the photographers, we have the musicians, we have the choreographers, we have the artists, we have people who can do books, we can authors of books, we have somebody who has a talent, a unique talent. We have to nurture those abilities so that we expand our employment level. In line with that, expanding the employment of the Gen Z and the young people, of course, is the creative arts department, which is not there in the Nairobi County government. The other one is talking to the manufacturers. Most of the manufacturing plants in Nairobi are in Nairobi County, and actually we have like 3,300 manufacturing plants in the county of Nairobi. So if we are able to partner through PPPs with the county, then we are telling them, if you can be able to employ 1,000 people right now, what can we do in collaboration for you to expand your employment capacity to 2,000? So that now that collaboration will ensure these young men who are given money to come and demonstrate and picket and destroy other people's property, maybe they are paid 500 shillings etc., then they find that it is not sustainable, they go into looting. So we tell them, instead of doing that kind of work, why don't you go to that factory and work? Why don't you become somebody better for your own sake and for your generations?